Welcome everybody to a new episode on this channel. Today we are in the Netherlands and visiting this young man right here. You know him very well, Danny from Danny's Aquarium. Hi Danny.
Thanks for coming.
Nice to having us here. We are here with Zuki and Denzo. Denzo is on the cam. Thank you for filming, man. Okay, Danny, how you have the idea to build something like this? Because this is not the ordinary reef tank you find every day in a reefer's home. It's really something special and it's really, really beautiful built setup. And tell us how we get something like this in mind.
Yeah, so I really like saltwater aquariums, but I also like plants. And I really wanted to combine the two. But of course, that's going to be an issue with the salt.
Yeah.
Most plants don't like salt, they will just die off. There are some exceptions, like the mangroves in here. But yeah, with some trial and error, I think we combined both worlds together.
Yes, for sure.
And built something pretty good, I think.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And I never saw something like this because I often saw paludariums, but more the classic paludarium and the freshwater paludariums for sure. No saltwater in this case. I saw saltwaters with some mangroves, but not with the plants you built right here. What I want to know from you, or maybe the audience what I want to know from you, what was the problem with the freshwater plants and the saltwater? Why the first thing I got in mind, how you water them, how you get your nutrition to your plants, not your corals. That's not a problem here.
No.
But what is going on with your plants here? How you manage to keep those plants above the salt water?
Yeah, so when we built this tank, we had two orchids a bit lower here. They died within the first few weeks because salt started to build up over there. You can see some of it now. This moss is starting to die off, so there's probably some salt in there. So we just had to put the plants up a little bit higher, and now most plants are like, how much is it? 10 centimeters?
10, yeah, maybe
above
17.
the water line, and everything seems to be doing well. Watering the plants is kind of an issue because the moss especially just dries up really quick.
Really quick.
Especially with the lights right above it. But I water it with a spray of RO water. The same water we use to fill the tank back up for evaporation. So that's no issue for the corals and...
Yeah, but then the problems what I have in mind with RO water is that you have no nutrition in our water, and you won't do fertilizer in your tank because it's not really the best thing for the corals here. And how you manage this problem?
I have a freshwater fertilizer for freshwater plants. I just add a few drops to the RO water, and then I just
you spray it, and you take care that nothing comes into the water column.
Exactly.
Okay, that's
and I have
really
some
nice.
root taps also for freshwater plants. They are the small capsules that I stick in some pots as well.
So then let's start with the livestock over water. Can you elaborate which kind of plants you are keeping here?
Yeah, so I have a asparagus fern over here. There's one over there. Some bromelias, just moss. This is an orchid here. There's another orchid over there and behind there. A variety of air plants. I'm not sure what this plant is called. I really like it.
That it's really, really nice.
Yeah,
the
it's
red
very
one.
small.
Yeah.
Of course, mangroves
Yeah.
all over the place.
And also here one really...
No idea what the name is. Mostly just a variety of air plants, terrarium plants, some ferns.
Air plants are really easy to keep.
Yeah, I have no problems with them. They're doing great.
And the bromella also, they can keep they can touch a little bit salt water. I read about that. That's no problem. But the asparagus is really nice. It looks really, Zoki told, it looks really Jurassic.
Yeah, exactly.
Prehistoric.
Yeah, it grows really fast. It's a climbing plant, so probably if I had some sticks here, it would just climb up and become even bigger. But I forgot to water it. It needs a lot of water. It dries up really quick. So when the plant got pretty massive, it just started dying off and small things started falling in the water, so I had to cut it all down. That was 4 weeks ago.
Okay, and now it's
big, already this.
Okay,
you can see where I cut it off. It was pretty much gone, the plant.
Yeah. And in the background we have dead wood, right?
Yes.
And I was surprised that the dead wood touches the water. but normally you have issues with dead wood in salt water. But in your case, it's running really well.
Yeah, there's not a lot of the dead root in the tank. Of course, there are like 3 small sticks in there. So it probably doesn't have a big effect. But of course, I do water changes once every 2 weeks.
Where you get your wood from? You have a shop here, or it's just you found it outside?
Yeah, there's a fish store nearby that also sells terrarium plants and stuff for terrariums. And that's what I got from them.
Okay, the next interesting thing here is the light setup, because you have 2 issues here. You have to lighten up corals, and you have to provide the source for your plants.
Exactly.
And how is the management here?
Yeah, so I have 4 saltwater lights with saltwater spectrum and 1 freshwater spectrum with narrow lenses, so it really has a lot of power on there.
And that's it?
That's it.
And that means these 4 are the saltwater reef lights.
Yes.
And this but it's a different light, but it's the same brand, but it's a different light you can buy from the shop.
I believe just different lenses in there.
Okay, okay. And no problems with the plants here, because you have here the reef lights, and they are anyway they are growing with the reef lights. Or
there's not a lot of blue in these ones. I can turn it up quite a bit, but I have it off. There is a little bit of blue in there, but it's not a lot. So the plants just tolerate it.
Okay, sounds good. Really nice. You know your power measurements, or you just put it
no
on
idea.
and...
I have the daylight setting on 100%.
100%?
It can go up to 140 with beast mode. But it's just that. I don't have any blue, I don't have any UV colors.
Okay, just white, green,
yeah,
I think.
we can check in the
Yeah,
app.
let's just check that. Yes, that would be interesting.
Yeah, so this one has green, red, blue, and yellow.
Which one is that? Is this the reef?
That's this
okay.
one, yeah. And I can just...
Okay, then we get more bluish.
Yeah, and purple, UV. And this is the mangrove light, that's the one up there. It has a mix of the same things,
it's
basically.
the same spectrum. First, let us talk about your rock installation here, but that's very interesting before we touch the corals.
Yes.
I saw you scaped a lot in the beginning. I followed you on Instagram and saw your journey there. And it's really interesting what you create here, because you worked with something like a pond, or a tidal garden, something like this?
Yeah, this is a tide pool. The idea was to also include a tidal system in a tank. So at one point in the day it would just drain some water. So it really becomes a tide pool, but we didn't end up doing that. But yeah, there's an acrate structure underneath here, behind this part and behind there, which is where I hide some return pumps for flow. I used pond liner for ponds outside.
I know.
On top of the acrate, and then I put some sand here, so you get the tide pool effect without stacking a ton of rocks.
That means this is not massive, everything here.
No.
This is just built around, and you have just a little bit of stones and rocks. And
just from the sides.
Yeah, from the sides.
Below here, there's nothing.
And how is the sand is keeping inside, or the sanded layer of stone?
No, we had the acrate. We put the pond liner on top, and then we siliconed all the edges. So sand can't fall through.
That's perfect. And can you get your hands on your pumps, or if you have any issues?
I can just reach behind here. I can twist the hose for the pump.
Perfect.
I can take it out. I can service it. That's no issue. It's not easy, but it's doable.
I think that's not easy, because it is really, really full.
Yeah.
Which kind of rocks you used here?
So underneath the water, I just used white rocks. They turn a color, of course. There's also some live rock in here, over there.
For starting or for the look?
Basically for the look.
Okay.
Mostly for the look. And above the water line, I used Carib Sea rock, because it already has a color to it. It isn't white. So that's just...
mainly that's it, right?
That's it.
Yeah. And some basic stones here, you just laid in the sand and put your algae on it, and that's what it was, escape.
Yeah.
How long are you running this tank at the moment?
So it's about 12 months, 1 year. In 2 weeks' time, I believe on the 30th of August 2024, I filled it up with water. Scaping the tank took about 2 weeks, I think, on and off, just a few hours a day. So and it's almost 1 year.
You have a special plan in your mind how you want to scape this, or it was trial and error?
It was trial and error. There weren't many videos online about how to build something like this. The tank is very long, but
Yep.
not very deep and not very wide.
White.
So we just started putting some rocks all over the place and worked this out
And
eventually.
where you get your inspiration from to build a tank like this?
This tank specifically, it was just a mix of existing reef tanks, existing paludariums, freshwater tanks, and I just
Get
envisioned
everything
something
together.
like that. Yes, exactly.
Okay, understand.
But there was no like a blueprint on how to build this.
Yeah, for sure. You don't find something like this, especially for the normal hobbyist at home. If you have a paludarium, you find it in zoos or something like this, but not at home, at a private place.
Yeah.
Let's go and let's talk about your corals. Which corals do you use, or which corals are good to use if somebody want to build something like this at his place?
Yeah, so the mangroves and the macroalgae, they need a lot of nutrients, iron, nitrates, phosphates. So some SPS corals, that can be quite challenging, pretty much impossible. But soft corals like higher nutrients, so that's a perfect fit for this aquarium. You can get mushrooms, zoanthids in all kinds of colors. But I also have some LPS corals in here, some euphyllia, some torches, brain coral. There's a mix of pretty much everything. But there's a problem with some meaty corals with a lot of flesh.
Okay.
As we just saw, a dwarf angel kept picking on it. I used to have a nice garden of acanthostrayas here, and now they're all gone. Just ate everything up.
I think acants would really be a nice match in this tank. Maybe if you do some changes, you can get the angelfish outside. You can go with acants or other meaty corals again.
Yeah, exactly. It went well for quite a long time, and then just suddenly they developed a taste for it.
Okay, nice. Any corals you miss here? If you say, okay, I built this tank and it's a really special tank. You can't keep everything inside here, but any corals you say, okay, I miss this one here.
Just very nice colored corals. They don't really
Pop up here.
pop
in this
up
light,
here.
Yeah.
Everything is a bit brown, less colored. So that's something I miss. But it's nice with the different colors in macroalgae. Still pretty colorful, but
Yeah, you get the color from your plants and the mix of the algae. And yeah, I have to admit this. It's not only brownish. It looks more natural to me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a really natural habitat. I think I like this really. I like it a lot. Okay, macroalgae. You have where you get your hands on your algae, because it's so difficult also in Germany to get so many macroalgae and so many kinds of different algae.
yeah. So that was very difficult. Like you said, there are few species, mainly Caulerpa species, that are pretty easy to get here. But some rarer stuff is very difficult to get. I got it from all over the place, from hobbyists that got some small pieces. From outside the European Union, I imported it.
Okay, it was no problem.
It was no problem. Okay. It's allowed, but it's just very expensive to get everything.
For example, from which country you?
From Indonesia.
Oh.
And I got some from Canada.
Okay, that's interesting.
The custom office checked everything, and it all.
Can you show us which one you got from Indonesia or Canada? You know
from
that?
Canada, I got, let's see, this one here.
The red one here.
It looks really nice under blue LEDs.
It has fluorescence a little bit, or
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
And then I got this one from Canada, but it's probably also available here
In Germany,
Europe.
yes.
What else did I get from Canada? There was another one that I really liked, a Caulerpa species, but it melted, so there's nothing to show for it. And most of the other stuff came from Indonesia.
Okay. And also, so you have this softie, is the NPS.
Yes.
How long you keep this guy?
I'd say 6 to 8 months, I think.
Okay, and it's working?
It's still alive.
That's crazy, but pretty hard.
Yeah, exactly.
It's growing in your tank, or?
It's closed up now, but it sometimes gets really big.
Okay. Fish-wise, we know you're picking fish here, your angel.
We have the fowl fish as well.
He's also picking?
He's also picking.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you can see them go at it right now. There he goes.
They are eating the Acanthophilia.
Yeah, they're eating it.
Nice snack, yeah, there. Oh, crazy.
So either the fish have to move out or the meaty corals.
And in future, what will be your decision, fish or
I think the
coral?
fish will go out and
Okay.
more corals will go in.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of other fish that won't eat the corals.
Yes,
so.
for sure. That's right. Some special kind of shrimp or...
Yeah, there are some sexy shrimp in here. There's a group in
in
there.
your pool, yeah.
In the tide pool. There are also supposed to be 2 anemone shrimp in there.
Here's
But I
something
don't
interesting.
see
What's
them.
this?
The pink stuff
Yeah.
here? That's a sea cucumber.
It's a cucumber.
Yeah.
That's great.
But it's hiding a bit now. It used to be here, and you could really see it, and it was eating all the time. It was
Okay.
really cool. I have some videos of that. But now it just moved in there.
How you keep your tank clean? All the sand and the tide pool, and how will you work on this tank?
Yeah, so once a week I just scrape the algae off the glass. I take a turkey baster and I just blow up the sand a little bit. Small water change, 2 jerry cans, which is like 60 liters. That's all.
That's it?
That's it.
Then you say maintenance-wise, it's really easy. Okay.
Really easy. And you can get the tank. You can let the tank get dirty because dirty tank, higher nutrients. The plants thrive. The macroalgae thrives.
You know your nutrients level?
Way too high. Last time I tested, I believe phosphates were 0.48, I think.
0.48, is it nearly 0.5.
Yeah, nearly that. And the nitrates were high up. They weren't in balance, but I'm not sure the exact...
Over 100 or?
No, under 100.
Under 100,
yeah.
okay. Okay, but yeah, it doesn't matter in your case.
No,
with your collection of corals, it really doesn't matter.
They
And
look happy, so I have no problem with it.
filtration-wise, what we have here?
Yeah, so I have a canister filter on here. It's in there, but there's no filtration media in it.
Okay.
It's just for the internal heater, so I don't have to stick it somewhere, hide it.
Okay.
Because of course it's very large. And for extra flow, it sucks it in here behind the tide pool, and there's a skimming part on it.
Yes.
So I don't get the surface skim.
And that works, just that small for the surface?
It works great.
Okay.
Because there's no overflow, so the stuff just builds up. And then it blows back into here. I have a wave maker here. There's a wave maker in this crevice over there. There's one there. And the rest is all return pumps. So there's a return pump hidden behind these rocks, which blows into the tide pool. There's one here blowing this way. And then there is one hiding in this rocks, which is blowing from back there.
Okay, that's very tricky. That's tricky. Also the flow part, it's not easy to manage here.
No.
Because you have so much rock and so many niche and negative space that you have to flow through. That's really hard, but really nice flow management.
And I believe there's another small heater in that corner as well.
That means no sump,
No sump,
no skimmer,
no skimmer.
just heater, flow pumps.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's it.
Crazy. Guys, check this out. You have a great tank with nearly no technical support here. Just your lights.
Yeah, there's no dosing pump on there either because there's not a lot of corals that take the calcium.
Yeah, for sure. The alkalinity
and the water
calcium,
changes are enough.
That's enough. That I do the same thing in my small that was inspired by your building here, and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
No, just water change once a week.
Very
that's
simple.
it. Yeah.
People sometimes look at it and think it's impossible, but it's actually super simple.
Yeah, that's really great. And that means you just have your salt brand that you use on your tank, and you have no something like all the systems, ATI, Tropical, nothing.
No.
Okay, that's really simple, and it saves you a lot of money.
That's who. Yeah, it's very simple.
Cool. Anything special about your tank that you want to tell the audience or you want to show the audience? You're very proud of.
I'm proud of the whole thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm going to be rebuilding it soon. There are some changes I want to make to improve the system. You can see it here with the mangroves. They grow up to the light. If I turn off this light here, it's just dark. I can't really grow anything underneath there.
Understand.
So a lot of space is wasted. And like you said, there's a bit of improvements to be made with flow. There isn't a lot of flow here, especially in this area. That's something I want to change. But overall, this tank is working. It's
Yeah, for
doing
sure
fine.
it's working, yes. You can see it.
But
You
I
can
think
see
it can be better than this. And probably even easier for myself, because sometimes I have to reach back here to
Okay.
clean the pumps, the intakes, because they get clogged with small pieces
Yeah,
of
for sure.
macroalgae.
That means you will break down the whole tank,
I will break down everything, completely dry.
completely dry,
Completely dry.
clean it up again,
Yes.
and new scape, new water.
Exactly.
Okay, that's great.
The plants will stay. I hope I can keep them alive, because they are very prone to stress.
Yes.
So that's going to be a big challenge, probably the biggest challenge. But if that succeeds, I want all the mangroves in the middle, so there's more room to grow.
Okay, okay. Then you will also change the look of your tank.
Exactly.
And any ideas regarding scape or something? Maybe I thought about you would be wonderful to have a waterfall or something like this.
Yeah, there are a lot of ideas that I want to incorporate with this system. I'm also considering a rain system
Wow, that would be nice.
to automatically water the plants, keep the moss moist. But it's difficult, especially with
Yeah,
the
with the
slope
hive,
roof.
yes.
I don't want to close this area up, because it would just ruin the whole.
And
look
looks
of it.
it looks really clean and nice with the lamps. Also, it's not bothering the whole thing.
Nope.
That's really cool. And the tank will still say the same size. Nothing
Yes.
will be changed.
No, nothing will be
Okay.
changed. Just escape. Mangroves in the middle, tide pool probably to the sides. And that's plants above the water.
And it's
similar to this.
for this year, or we'll start next year.
No, probably this year.
Okay. Then we have to come back maybe in
Definitely.
1.5 years or
Absolutely.
next year
Anytime,
then
yeah.
to show the audience what will happen here. But you have a little bit more in your room what you want to plan. Not only here upstairs. You're maybe you can tell us you're planning a aquarium room with different kind of aquarium zones or
Yes.
habitats you want to build.
Yes.
And that is interesting. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I have a room downstairs with a lot of nano tanks. I think that's a great way to inspire new hobbyists to get into the hobby. I can show them this tank, but for a lot of people that have never kept an aquarium, it can be overwhelming
Yes.
because of the size and just the cost of it. It's still expensive, even though there are no expensive equipment or corals in there. The lights, of course, are pretty expensive. But nano tanks are just great. You can set them up on a budget. You can do a lot of things with them. I can set up a macroalgae only aquarium, or an aquarium dedicated to a pair of clownfish, keep it super simple. And that's the goal for that room.
That sounds really good. I'm really, really happy to see that if it's finished, and we have to come back.
Absolutely, yeah.
And yeah, guys, if you have any questions to Danny and his really beautiful paludarium, his saltwater paludarium, don't hesitate to write any comments or contact me or contact Danny.
Anytime,
Danny,
yeah.
your Instagram account is Danny's Aquarium. Your YouTube is Danny's Aquarium.
TikTok, Facebook,
But
everything.
I think that people know you way better and way more than me. Because of that, yeah, you will find him. And thank you, really thank you for having us here. It was a
You're
pleasure.
welcome. You're welcome.
And to see this beauty in real life. Thank you, Dennis, for filming, to making the trip with me, because it was really, really a hardcore trip for us. And greetings to the German audience, greetings to the English-speaking audience. Thank you. Just comment, just like this, share this, would be nice. And
Subscribe.
for today, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Here, he's the pro. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, and see you next time.